30 people are forced to stay in a hotel with friends and relatives tonight because of a fire at their condo complex. At least 60 firefighters with Largo and Clearwater spent nearly 2 hours trying to save the Bel Air Oaks building. Flames spread quickly, even though there were firewalls between each unit. Tampa Bay's 10 News reporter Dave Balut explains why and what to look for when purchasing condos.
Soaking wet, a lot of smoke damage and water damage.
But Chris Gallant and his fiancée are glad they can salvage clothes and other items after a fire at the Bel Air Oaks condominiums in Largo's. Others lost everything because there were no fire breaks in the attic and the flames spread quickly.
It took about 20 minutes to go from one end to the other, so we saw, the effect of that, not having firewalls.
Largo's fire chief says this condo building was built in 1970 when firewalls in the attic were not required by code. 5 units on the second floor burned quickly before firefighters stopped it from advancing.
The newer construction calls for those types of separations to go all the way up from the wall all the way through into the attic so that a fire stays contained within that one residential structure.
So if you're thinking of buying a condo, how do you know if the fire break goes up through the attic?
Have that building prior to purchase, have a home inspection done, and ask the home inspector, can you tell me if my home has those type of protections built in?
This would be a typical example of a true firewall.
Assistant Fire Marshal Tim Whedon says sometimes you can see the firewalls extending above the roofline.
The fire gets in that attic, it's going to burn up to that wall, and it's not going to get past it.
Whedon says most condos built after the late 70s have firewalls through the attic, but it's often hard to tell just by looking. That's why firefighters recommend a home inspection. Gallant and his fiancée hope to return to their condo eventually, but if not, they'll look for one with fire breaks through the attic. In Largo, Dave Balut, Tampa Bay's 10 News.
The top floor units were destroyed and the bottom had smoke damage. The condo building did not have a sprinkler system. That's something that's required now in new buildings with more than 3 floors.